Hey guys, this is Jennifer, and I'm thinking about wrapping up my current planner and heading into the new one, and I sort of have a process for that, so I thought I would take you along. So a little bit of background, I do like a July start planner. I think that's because I work in the field of education, and that's sort of how my brain processes things, and having a child of my own, it's just like school year based. So these planners are going to start in July, and I want to get ready for that move in. I'm kind of taking my time this year because I have some decisions to make. But first, I need to close out my current planner, or at least get started on that. So we're going to go through here. I'll kind of talk about my pages, and we just need to wrap some things up. So first of all, this, as you can tell, is a very well-loved, used planner, and as I flip through this, you're going to see that not everything is complete. Some of those things I will want to go back and fill out because I like to have my Erin Condren, like everything completed in one book so that I can archive it at the end of the year, which just means putting it on a shelf, to be honest with you. However, I do pull those off and reference them for the next year when I get to that month. So yeah, when I'm in July 2025 in my new planner, I might pull this off the shelf and take a look back at July 2024 to make sure I'm not missing anything, because there are patterns in my life that tend to repeat that are helpful to look at. Okay, so let's talk about this year at a glance. I decided not to do any color coding on this, and you can see I just started marking off the months with some transparent post-it notes, I guess. They're from Cloth and Paper. I was using this color for the current month, I believe, and then kind of blacking it out once the month was complete. So current month with a light color, and then upcoming month with a little bit darker. I liked the vibe of this originally because I had their neutral canvas layout from Erin Condren, but I think I want to change this up a little bit. So I am going to pull these off. Clearly that wasn't something that I stuck with or looked at because I had stopped in December. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to add some Planner Kate stickers, and I'm going to start making notes about what to do in my next planner so I don't repeat something that doesn't work. So I have my post-it notes ready. We'll use an ink pen to take some notes. Let me grab the stickers that I was thinking about for this. I'm hoping I have enough. This is my everything that's sort of month related or calendar related, I guess, like dating, or like dating a planner, my date dots, day of the week stickers, all of that. But I should have these doodle stickers by month, and I want to use those. So I think the SKUs on these have changed, so I'll try to link those for you in case you're interested. Planner Kate still does make them. They just are listed a little bit differently on the website. But I want to just go through and cover up. And you can tell some of these sheets are like really used up. So hopefully I have enough. Let me get to July, since that was a July start. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just pick one of these stickers for the month and cover it up. We'll go with the big flag for July. Yeah, I really need to reorder some of these. Oh, this little guy is cute. Let's do that for August. Oh, September, back to school time. We're going to use the apples here. Then for October, I love this little ghosty guy. Then we're to November, and we'll do a couple on this one, I think. I like these leaves, so we'll do the leaves and then some of the other individual leaves. I think that's cute. I don't have December in here. Maybe it's stuck somewhere else, so we'll skip December. For now, we have January. We'll do the trees. And the little snowman. For February, we'll do these hearts. And then for March, I'm thinking this little moon and stars and a rainbow. Then we're into April, of course. Some little Easter stickers, but this little bird I think is cute. And May is almost over. As I'm filming this, it's right sort of at the end of May. These rain boots are adorable, so we'll go with that. And then I'm not going to cover June or July up yet. So get these back in order with my July start. I don't have December in this stack, which means probably I've used it and haven't put it back where it needs to go. So I am going to set those back to file in the correct sticker binder. But for this, I think for my next year's planner that I want to do this again. I like this option and the look of this a lot better than those sticky notes. So I'm just going to put on my sticky note for my next planner monthly doodle. For the year at a glance. And this will also prompt me, like some of these sheets you saw were getting kind of used up. I might have to replace some of the sheets or replenish. Like January, I still have tons left, but I'll go through those and make a Planner Kate order at some point for my next planner after I kind of pull what I have in my stash already. So this is going to be done. This page, I never even set up. So I think the Planner Kate makes book sheets, I think, for this. I kind of pulled out what I have in my stash. Yes, these. So for next year's planner, I think I am going to use these. They fit perfectly over each of those and do the books that I read each month. I'm not going to go back and fill this out. I don't think it's important for my archive at the end of the year. So it'll just be a note for me for next year's planner. So these are the 12 boxes. And we're going to do books. Now, the question is, I have July through December. Do I have in my stash the other half of the year? I don't. So I'm going to make a note. I actually think, let's see, we'll just do like Planner Kate orders over here. So I'm going to put the doodles on my list just to double check. And then I need the books for January to June. Okay. So nothing to update here, but at least have a plan for next planner. Now we have monthly pages. So in addition to me kind of talking through my process for closing out the planner, I think it's fun to kind of look back and reminisce about what I liked and didn't like as far as elements of planning go. Nothing super notable here. It's just a kit, and I used things kind of how they are intended to be used. On these 2 pages, I already have my monthly picture down, so nothing to update there. This worked well just as my monthly notes page. We'll flip through the weeklies. I typically don't go back and update anything because here's the deal too. Like, I have another planner that I take everywhere with me. So if there's missing information, I could reference that planner and then fill in, but I don't think I need to do that. I think these are okay. Same thing for the month of August here. So I do like putting anniversaries and stuff over here with the date dots. But if I order monthly kits, which I have been doing, I can use those date dots. So I don't really need to order anything extra because I don't use the date dots on the calendar itself. So I should be good there. I don't need to list anything. Oh, this was a fun week. We went to the Kansas City Open and watched the pickleball tournament. That was a good week. This is why I like flipping back through things. This is censored. There's a picture of my niece here. Actually, she's my great niece, but her parents don't want her face on the internet, so I always respect that. September, pretty similar. I did try putting my content plans here. That just didn't really work for me because I don't always take this planner with me, and it's been living in this portable everyday carry, and that works just a little bit better, so I don't need to make note of that either. Just some really full, busy weeks as we head back into school season here, it looks like. Tons of work meetings, concessions, homecoming. This is something to consider, is the monthly sleep tracker. So I'm kind of making piles up here. This is a yearly, let's see, weekly quotes. I'm sort of thinking that I want to do like a currently section on this notes page for each month at the end of the month, which would mean I can use like these sort of stickers. These are the vision board stickers. They come in handy. These are more like yearly stuff. This is a yearly. This is a yearly. Don't need those right now. And then my perpetual calendars. Okay, so I think for my note, I'm going to say end of month notes page. Vision board / currently. Because I could go put then like what I was eating, what I was celebrating, what I was wearing, that sort of thing. And I'm just going to put a note over here to check my stock to see if I want to purchase several months at a time and have that ready to go. But I at least have enough to get me started for July, at least 1 month in the new planner. Okay, so I'm glad I flipped through that to see that. I loved how this looked. I loved how this looked so much. Okay, nothing to jot down there though. So let's keep flipping through these. This was one of my favorite weeks ever. I just really like how it turned out, and the kit colors are perfect. I had tried putting my monthly memory on the front of the tabbed page. Not sure that I love that, and I'll probably keep it on the dashboard page that I covered with a calendar and didn't even use in this planner. Didn't use the end of the month notes page either. So maybe on here I'll put monthly dashboard memory. And since, again, I'm buying a kit each month, I don't need to order anything in advance from Planner Kate for that. It'll just come with my kit order and I'll be good to go. Here's where I actually did sort of that vision board idea, and I like how it looked. It gave me more room for some memory keeping as well, but these are the vision board stickers. I like that. I stuck a perpetual calendar down here and didn't use it. Monthly kit. Got my memory done, didn't fill this out. I don't feel like I need to fill this out either. But I want to make a note. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start a new Post-it note and specifically have one for the monthly dashboard. So I do want to put a memory down on this page. And I'm going to kind of hold off on putting anything else down, but at least I have a sticky note. But here's why. In the new planners, the dashboard page is updated. Let me find one here real quick for you. So it now looks like this. So my notes page can stay the same, but these boxes are a different size. And Kate has insert options. And again, I'll try to put a graphic up, like a little flow chart that I made, but I have an order coming and there are different insert options for box 1 and 2, which are the same size, different options for box 3 and different insert options for box 4. And I need to do like a separate video and kind of work through that in my mind. But I now have a Post-it note for what I want that to look like going. So I'll have more ideas when that Planner Kate order arrives. Okay, so back here, we're into November and December, just some nice normal weekly spreads. I did put the wacky holidays down here. I think I'll add to my order wacky holidays because they are up for the entire year, and I could honestly just order all 12 months and have them, and then maybe start an album of things that I'm going to use throughout the year, if that makes sense. So all of this stuff could go in its own new album, and then it would be super easy when I sit down to plan. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to leave the sticky note on here on my desk. And then when my Planner Kate order comes in, I can just kind of put everything together. Being organized definitely helps me use up the stickers and stay consistent with my ideas. So I like that idea a lot. We're into January here, nothing different, sort of just a normal January routine. Don't need to update any of this. The only thing that I really would want to go back and update on the dashboard page is this memory. But I do batch print those on 8.5 by 11 sticker paper. So you'll see here, once I get further into the planner, some of my monthly memories haven't been printed off yet. And I will definitely take the time to do that at some point. Ooh, I liked those two. And I don't think the new planner has the upcoming month. No, it's just blank here. So I need to order mini calendars. So I'll have a whole sheet of those. I might see, yeah, I'm going to order a sheet of those, which will be January 2025 through December 2025, which means then I'll have July through December calendars. And so this time I put the actual February calendar down on the February calendar, but my intention is going to be like the upcoming month because I missed that on the old Erin Condren spreads. Just for a quick little reference. So when I'm planning, like if this was February, I would actually put the March calendar down here. So that will get me started there. Got my memory done. And then we're in to the weekly pages for February. This was also a highly favorite week of mine. Again, I'm not sure why. When I planned this one, I'm like, I'm not even a pink girl. Not my favorite color, but I love how this turned out. March is pretty typical as well. This was fun because I have like a large picture, but I probably won't have one of those every month to use. This was my son's birthday weekend celebration. We used a birthday kit for his birthday on March 10th. Fun little plants kit. This everyday spring kit, I think I've used it like 3 or 4 times. I loved it so much. Was a repeat. This was fun too. This was, I forgot to order an April monthly kit and I just used some journaling labels and then pulled in some Planner Kate blue stickers, and I actually really like that. Okay, so I also need, I'm going to start a new post-it note for memories to print. So I need to go print April's. And again, I batch print these, so I don't think I have May's done either. I didn't even plan May in here because that's in my new planner. Okay, so I'm gonna need memories for April, May, and June once that's over. So I'll probably just wait and batch print these together. And I'll keep this little sticky note on my desk. All right, we're good there. And we're getting closer to actually being in the current month. So here's a look at April weeklies. I do want to do another one of these. So I'm going to draw a line down here because this will be my monthly dashboard ideas. This side can be my weekly ideas. I definitely want to do another PK Rainbow Week. It's just a fun challenge, and I always love how they turn out at the end of the week. Like, again, this is one of my favorite spreads. The other thing is I want to do like kit specific plan with me. So using only a compact vertical kit and no other additional stickers, or using only Daily Duo stickers and no additional stickers. So kind of kit specific weeks. I think that's a fun challenge. So we got that going. Okay, let's keep flipping here. And I planned May out in my new planner because they included it in the new life planners, which I thought was really nice. So there's a look at what May looked like. Of course, I wanted to move into the new planner as soon as possible. So I'll also plan June out in my July start planner. We do have that in here. Okay, so we're into May. We're back in real time here. We just wrapped up these last couple of weeks. This is the week I'm actually filming. So I have just a few weeks left in June, and then we'll be moving into the new planner. So here's a look at May 26th through June 1st. I already have that ready. And then I'll plan obviously this week and this week. That's 2, 3, 4 weeks left in this planner. That's crazy. Crazy talk. Okay, and I am not going to do anything with this. Nope, because that will be in my new planner, so I don't need to do anything there. This was some kit testing that I did when I got this planner before it actually started. Same thing here with some checklists. Didn't really use the rest of July pages for any sort of testing. Now, my notes tab that comes in every life planner, I did this word of the year and vision board. I didn't really do anything here. I might go back and update that. I need to ponder that one, but I want to do another vision board. So on the notes page, let's see, where do I want to put that? I'll just put it on here. Notes. At the end of the book, we're going to do a yearly vision board plus goals. I need to do some sort of goal setting, I think. Okay, so on these next few pages, I used Planner Kate's full page stickers, and I think I do want to go through and just mark which events or things that we actually did, like these places to go. We did go to the Kansas City Open, so I'm just going to put a check mark. We did not do this. We did do the harvest picnic. We did do this. We did not do this. Now, do I want to do places to go again on my notes pages? I think I do. So I'm going to write that kind of in this little spot. Places to go. I also want to do this restaurants page again. I like that. So I'll have to check those. I'm just going to put over here, check full page stash. If not, if I don't have them, I'll need to add that to that new planner order. Okay, let's do the restaurants. We did go to this one. We did do this. We did do this. We did this one. And this one. Not this one. Oh, we did this one just recently. We did this one and this one. And this one. And this one. And not this one. And I already put this on my notes to reorder. Okay, we're good there. This period migraine tracker, I'm still up in the air about transferring the information. It would be helpful information for my archive, but it is something that I update daily. I always mark if I'm like in the luteal phase, if ovulation was detected, all of that, but it stays in this on the go planner. So I'm going to put like maybe a question mark up here where I'm undecided. Update. I'll just call it health log because I do the migraine thing as well. So that's up in the air. That's a maybe. I definitely want to do my birthdays again. That was helpful to reference. So we'll do under this notes section, it's kind of like a sub section on here. We're going to do birthdays, so I need to check to make sure I have that sticker again. And definitely the cleaning routine. Now on this one, this was a July start planner and I started this with January. So I'll just be more mindful when I order this sheet from Planner Kate. I'll do the July through June option will work out just a little bit better. But I liked having like my quarterly and semi-annual tasks here. That was very helpful. I think I'm going to put these favorite quotes. Did I have that one? Yeah. As part of that monthly vision board on the end of the month notes page I was talking about, instead of doing a full page of quotes, I might just include a quote with my monthly recap of sorts. Okay, this is where I think I need to change things. You can tell I started pretty strong here with gratitude. I want to do this part again. So, and I already have the stickers for that. I know that. So on this notes page, we'll do gratitude. And these go by quarter. So I have all of them, I know, for 2025, 2026, but I need to be more consistent about updating this. But I like the idea, and it's one that I want to commit to. So we're doing it. It's going officially on the note to do. But I like that. And I think it would have been so fun to look back at all of the thankful gratitude thoughts all together. But I'm going to put them like back to back. So July, August, September, October, November, December, because what I did in this planner were some, like, I don't know, forward planning, long-term things. Like we did this 6-month cleaning for our teeth. I did have an Avastin injection for my eye. We did get fillings done. I did my retina check. I did get new tires. Did my car detail. Did my blood work in September, but I don't know where I want to move that. I'm going to make a note up here in this question section. Long-term items. Okay. You can see here, I had the gratitude down, had my colors down October, November, December, but then didn't use them. Then I jumped back in for January, February, March for gratitude, but didn't do my long-term planning pages. So that's okay. And I don't think I need to update those. Now here's what I want to do. So when I ordered this planner, I paid the extra and had 40 extra notes pages. And I don't want to waste these. And you can also see that this is getting quite thick on the coil. I don't know if you can tell, but like my cover isn't even wanting to stay all the way down. So what I'm going to do to make this book a little bit thinner for archiving on my shelf is I'm going to snip out all of these notes pages. Let me get to the right one so I don't. And I'm just going to cut them. So it's kind of a good way to use pages up and not waste them. They're not a great permanent solution this way once you move them over, but let me just show you. So I'm just going to take my scissors and cut slits in each of these little coil holes. Now I'm not going to do every single page of this on camera because I think I have like 10 maybe notes pages left or something, and it's going to take me a minute to get them all done. But just to show you what that looks like, I'm going to do one. So we'll cut this off, and then what happens is you can put it in your next planner. So there, pulled that off. And that's what I'm going to do for the rest of these. So that's going to reduce the bulk of this planner because I'm going to be taking out this entire chunk. And actually, I'm going to rip out the sticker sheets as well. Now these I don't cut, I just rip. But then what I'll do is I'll trim off all of these frayed edges. And I have a little basket that holds all of my Erin Condren stickers, and they can go in there. Okay, so off screen, I'm going to cut the rest of those off. But then what you can do is, if you need an extra notes page in one of your new planners, I actually think I might consolidate my sticky notes down to this. So here's what we're going to do. They gave us May and June in this new planner, which I love. Before this new planner starts in July, I want an extra notes page here. And then maybe at the end of the year, I can just take this back off because it's already cut and move it then to my next year's planner, and I'll have all of my notes. But I do like this process every year of going back and sort of reflecting on what worked and what didn't work and where I want to go. So for now, I'm going to put my sticky notes on here. And then again, off camera, I'll just rewrite all of them in an organized fashion, and I'll have them on this notes page, which I can then remove if I don't need it, or move it around maybe to the back of the book. And I'll have all of those extra notes pages that I finish clipping to do the same thing with, so I can disperse them where I want in my planner. Okay, as far as closing out this current planner, I think that's going to be it. I did not use the Let's Keep in Touch section in the back, and I did not do any forward planning here. Maybe this is where I need to put some of those, where were they? These long-term things. Maybe I'll move those to here because I really don't have usually more than 3 items. So just being aware and cognizant of the fact that these are here might be a better option. I think I also want to add maybe some tabs. I did that with some Avery tabs here for my content in September and my sleep log, and I thought having the tabs would help me. I might do that on my notes pages next year, so I guess I do need to add that to question mark section. Up here, do I want to add some sort of tab to the notes pages that I need to reference frequently? Okay, so I think that's a good recap and closing out of this planner, and I have at least a good start of how I want to move into my next planner, which will be a separate video of setting all of that stuff up. I did also purchase quite a hefty order from Redbubble, but I noticed that this vellum page, even in the colorful hexagon pattern, is still, it's just blank. It's just white vellum, clear vellum. And I thought it would be fun to add some of these stickers, but I don't want to waste them. So I need to decide if I'm going to be in the Daily Duo or the dashboard layout. And once I am fairly certain of that, that's the planner I'm going to use and archive, then I'll decide which stickers I want to put down. But Redbubble makes some really cute vinyl stickers that you could use to decorate that page. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me as I close out my planner. That's my process. If you have questions about anything, let me know. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you back on my next video.